Major sounds in the kitchen cooking up, boy.
Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your main dude, Major Quee. You know what I'm talking about? This is the first episode of the Trending Topic Podcast, man. The only place where you can get real conversation and no cap. I'm talking about none. I'm talking about we talk about real topics. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about kicking a man while he down. This ain't. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this one time. We don't gossip over here. If you want to come with the negativity, man, just keep it down in the comments. You know what I mean? More than likely, I won't be. More than likely, I won't be replying to negativity anyway. I try to keep it as positive as possible. You know, it's gonna be some things that some people feel like is gonna be negative. You know, talking about some of y'all favorite artists and things like that. But like I say, I try to keep it as positive as possible. As possible. Excuse me. Anyway, man. I'm gonna start off by introducing myself, man. Like I said, my name is Major Quee. How I got my name, I'm gonna start off like that. How I got my name, you know what I'm saying? My daddy, when I used to go around him back in the day with his friends, they used to always call him Quee. Some people in the family call him Quee. So, I kinda adapted that name, once I was growing up, you know what I mean? Kinda adapted that name, Quee. And as far as major goes, when I was doing music, you know what I mean, I just called myself major because I felt like everything that I was gonna say as a rapper was gonna be I made sure that it was gonna be major, and I kind of adapted that name too because my homies started calling me that because I was always the one that just whenever I freestyled or anything, it was just gonna be major, you know what I mean? So that's how I got my name. All right, so like I said, I started out doing music. You know what I'm saying? I started out probably like 99, 2000. That was just the beginning stages. You know what I mean? One of my homeboys, he influenced me. You know what I'm saying? He was like 5, 6 years older than me, and he influenced me to what I'm saying, to rap. He was rapping, and I was like the little brother. You know what I'm saying? So I said, you know what? I wanted to rap. So shout out to Jermaine Miller. That's the guy that influenced me first. You know what I'm saying? As far as rappers who influenced me, this guy right here, I don't know if y'all could see him, but it's Master P. You know what I'm saying? Master P was like a big time influence for me and my boys. Like we was, full time Master P fans, full time No Limit fans. And once the 99 2000 came, we had to, rock with Cash Money as well. You know what I mean? So, you know, um this podcasting thing, man. I know probably asking why, I wanted to do podcasts, and I know some people may want to know why, but for me, I just felt like, it was countless hours I was putting in watching other people's podcasts. You know what I'm saying? You got Big Facts, $1 million worth of game, the biggest one, the biggest platform that's out there, which is the Breakfast Club, Drink Champs. Shout out to all them people. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to all them people because they influenced me. You know what I'm saying? Though they influenced me, I kind of felt as if some of the topics at hand that they was talking about, some of them, that's at that higher level, the podcasters that was at that higher level, I felt like some of them was being biased. You know what I'm saying? Because when you at that level in your podcast, and now you building relationships with these artists, so it's like a lot of times I feel like whenever they'll talk about beefs, they'll kind of be biased towards the artists that they decide to rock with. You know what I'm saying? And over here, we not doing that, regardless if we rock with them or not. You know what I'm saying? We not doing that at all. Um, and that's ultimately what made me want to do podcasts to push my narrative, and my narrative is to be equal, you know what I'm saying, to all sides, you know what I'm saying, kind of be in the middle, like, hey man, listen, you was wrong for this and you was wrong for that, you know what I'm saying, ain't no one-sided thing. Like I said, keep the negativity in the comments too, because I don't really do negativity at all, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but that's the main thing. That's the main reason why I wanted to do this podcasting thing, man. I just felt like, man, it's time for me to stop watching, you know what I'm saying, and start, saying, giving my commentary on these situations and these topics, you know what I mean? So, with that being said, man, welcome everybody, you know what I'm saying, to the podcast, Trending Topic Podcast. It's gonna be every Friday at 8 p.m. And another thing, happy Thanksgiving to y'all, man. All the people out there celebrate Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? Eating good, eating the mad potatoes, that macaroni, that ham, that turkey, you know what I'm saying? Cranberry sauce, all that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all, man, for real, for real. Because I know I'm going to eat good, you know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, it's going to be every Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. And what else I gotta tell y'all, man, before I jump into a topic? Uh man, I don't know. Oh yeah, man. I drop music too. I still put out music, you know what I'm saying? I just dropped the tape like in 2020, man. Y'all go check that out on my channel if you watching. You know what I'm saying? I just put out the latest track we just put out, me and my homie Trey Dollar. Y'all go look him up too. And subscribe to his channel also. You know what I'm saying? We still rocking with the music. We still putting together a project. It'll be out shortly, but we just trying to get everything together. And the latest joint that we put out is called Too Much Pride, man. And I'm talking about it's a timeless track, classic. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go check that out. If you need beats, holla at me in my email, MajorQuee20 at gmail.com. Y'all can get the beats, you know what I'm saying? Get the prices and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, enough about me, man. Anyway, yeah, man. I think the main I want to go on and get this out the way because I just seen it just pop up recently today, and I'm like, man, I think the girl what's her name, Corey Leray or whatever, you know what I'm saying? She some shit just came out about her, man. I was tripping out on, bro. I'm like, damn, man, like. I don't have nothing against artists that don't write their own music, man. I really don't have nothing against it. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like if you don't write your own music, at least make it known that you don't, because you got a lot of people out here that's really writing their stuff and they really putting in time and effort to write their own music. You know what I'm saying? And come so happy. So the rumor is I don't even. It ain't even a rumor. It's real. Like the chick Lotto, man. Lotto. Somebody leaked her iCloud or something like that, and a bunch of her music. I don't know if it was like 103 or 130 or whatever. Bunch of her music got leaked, and one of the songs was one of the songs that Corey LeRae and Nicki just did. I think that Blicky song. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing about it was they was on live. Her and Nikki was on live talking about Corey or Corey. I can't even pronounce her name. Excuse me, y'all. But Corey, Nikki was asking her about her process, her studio process, and how she write. And she was making it seem like, well, no, she asked her about the actual song Blicky, and she was like, oh, she asked her, did she just start with the verse or did she start with the hook? She was like, oh, I started with the verse first, and then I went into I started with the hook, and then I went into the verse. So then come to find out, that was a reference track. You know what I'm saying? For those who don't know, a reference track is basically somebody wrote the song, sung it or rapped it out, and then sent it over to you, and then you just listen to it and then basically just copy it. You know what I'm saying? You might put your own little sauce on it. Some people do. They'll put their own little sauce on it or whatever the case may be. But for her, she actually did the song and kind of did it damn near just like Lotto. So I'm more so leaning towards the side, like, man, listen. And then when she did her live, she came out with a live a couple of days ago. She came out with a live talking about, like, all of the artists that you know don't write their music. Like, she mentioned Michael Jackson and she mentioned Whitney Houston, and I'm like, you can't really compare yourself to an R&B artist because everybody know. This is going down. That this has been going on for years. You know what I'm saying? As far as R&B artists, everybody knows that R&B artists don't really write their own music. It's only a few R&B artists that actually write some, like Neo. You know what I'm saying? And he also writes for other artists like Michael Jackson. So you know what I'm saying? You can't really categorize yourself with the R&B because that's what separated hip hop. I think a lot of people don't realize that that's what separated hip hop. Hip hop, because as a hip hop artist, you created your own sound, your own cadence, your own everything. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that you didn't create was the beat. You know what I mean? So, I think that's what she missing. You know what I'm saying? I know she's trying to cover herself up a little bit because everybody finding out that she didn't write the song. But I think she need to realize, and try to be more of a student. Because I know a lot of her people probably told her, "Hey, Michael Jackson didn't write his own music." You know how it is when you talking to your people. You know what I mean? So that they probably told her that, and that caused her to go on live to get give out the information to kind of like save herself or whatever. But shout outs to her too, man. I just hope she get better with her writing skills, and she say she fine with the writing, so hopefully she is. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to her. No disrespect to her or or nothing like that. I just think that people need to kind of sit down and really write their own music, basically. Anyway, that's that about her. But the main thing I want to talk about, man, and this is one of my favorite artists. What I'm saying? Once again, I'm not being biased. It's just my favorite artist. One of my favorite R&B artists, Chris Brown, man. He been in the news basically because at the VMAs, Kelly Rowland was announcing the nominees or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And they called Chris Brown won the favorite R&B artist or whatever for 2022, and he was booed like damn near 80% of the crowd booed the dude. So I really don't know what caused that or why they didn't feel why they felt like or who they felt like should have won. You know what I'm saying? They had the weekend in there, and then the other dudes I really don't even know their music like that. So the crazy thing is out of all of those guys, Chris Brown is the is like the only household name outside of the weekend. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even really feel like the weekend is a household name, but Chris Brown is like the main guy. So like for them to boo this man for all the work he done put in for all of these years, bro, like I don't understand that. I don't understand why they don't feel like he's the favorite artist of 2022, because he really is. He's done probably more projects than all of them guys, you know what I'm saying, and features. So I didn't see where the hate was at, but shout out to Chris Brown. He still got the award as he should have. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Kelly Rowland, man, for holding that man down when she was presenting his award, man. Shout out to Kelly Rowland, man. You know what I'm saying? She told them folk, calm, wait a minute. Let me get mine off. Let me, do what I do. Y'all chill out. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to her, man. That's what I like about Kelly Rowland, man. That's what I like about what she did, because a lot of people don't stick together. A lot of people that took them booing as a joke or something like that and probably went around and gossiping about it. But Kelly goddamn put her foot in their ass off rip. Kelly shut them up real quick. And I respect that from Kelly Rowland, man. I respect that real talk, you know what I'm saying? Because it ain't a lot of artists that'll sit up there and do that, you know what I'm saying? But Kelly Rowland said, y'all ain't finna do that to Chris. Y'all is not finna, excuse me, y'all, I'm about to light up me a cigarette. But she said, y'all ain't finna do that to Chris, you know what I'm saying? And I respect her for that, because we need more of us protecting us, especially when we be at these awards that's over, predominantly them. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking through the nominees. Because at first when I was looking through the nominees, I was looking for who was the nominees with Chris, and it was The Weeknd and like three other dudes. So I'm like, of course Chris was gonna get that. But then I started looking at the other stuff. I started looking at the best artist for the year, the best this and best that. I'm seeing Taylor Swift like three or four, 5 times, and I'm like, damn, like. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly why we need our own shit, because they gonna keep giving awards away to people that ultimately they do good music, but they probably didn't even deserve it. You know what I'm saying? So just like when Kanye got up there and was like, excuse me, Taylor, I'm gonna give you the mic back, but I just need to say this. Beyonce had the best video or whatever for that year. I forget the year or whatever, but it's real though. It's real, and it take bold people like Kanye to come out and say something like that, man. Because a lot of people won't say nothing. You know what I mean? So that's like the main little topics that I want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna probably go for another minute and then we gonna end the video. This is the first episode, so I didn't want to go too long and too hard. But yeah, shout out to Kelly Rowland, bro. Really, shout out to her, man. She really goddamn held it down for Chris Brown, man. You know what I mean? I love that. I love that. You know what I'm saying? A black woman stepping up for a black man. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I love it, love it, love it. But what else we gonna talk about? I guess we can go into Kyrie, man. Kyrie Irving. Shout out to Kyrie too, man. Big shout out to Kyrie. I just y'all already know what's going on with Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really gotta go too far in it. It's done been in the media enough. Y'all already know what's going on with Kyrie. I ain't really like I say, I ain't gotta stress it. I ain't gotta stress it. I'm country, y'all. That's why I said stress it. But anyway, yeah, man, with Kyrie, man, I just feel like with Kyrie, man, I'm not gonna sit up here and say Kyrie shouldn't have. Damn, I'm already up to 15 minutes. I might as well keep talking for a minute. But I ain't gonna sit up here and say Kyrie shouldn't do that list of demands that they having him do. I just feel like sometimes, man, the foot do be down on the neck, and sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do to provide for your family. So when I first heard about it, and I first for far as the list of demands that the NBA, well, Brooklyn is asking him to do, Brooklyn and the NBA. But as far as the list of demands, yeah, man, I felt like it was a little excessive, man. It was just training and all of this stuff, and he got to pay 500K in donations, and he had already gave the family of the girl that got killed in Mexico. I don't know if y'all know about that. Y'all should know by now, but he had already gave them 65K. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like, hey man, I just felt like it was enough. Giving the 500,000 in donations, that's already a lot, bro. Now he got to go through training with the Jewish community and things like that. And I'm like, man, they doing a whole lot, especially for a man that just posted a post. He didn't say nothing. He didn't. He posted a post, for those who don't know, of a documentary, and supposedly the documentary was called. If y'all want to go check it out, it's called From Negroes to Hebrews. So from what I'm hearing, I didn't watch the documentary, but from what I'm hearing, it had a few things to say about the Jewish community, and good or bad, I still feel like Kyrie was not really 100% in the wrong. Yeah, I know he got a big platform. He's a big entertainer or whatever. Well, I won't call him an entertainer. He played basketball, but I understand that, and his voice is to the masses, you know what I'm saying? But I also believe in people finding themselves and people being able to post whatever they want to post. Eventually we won't have freedom of speech if we keep allowing people to tell us what we can and what we can say and do. Like, we won't have freedom of speech. So shout out to Kyrie, man, and his family, man. Like, I know they going through a lot. I know a lot of people and fans and stuff like that is probably attacking them and stuff like that. So shout out to him, and hope all is well with him. I hope he get back on that court and do what he do best. And shout out to Kanye as well, man. A lot of people throwing Kanye away. Kanye done said some things that kind of rubbed, the African Americans. Well, I won't. Well, I'm not gonna get into that, but he kind of rubbed black people the wrong way, by wearing that White Lives Matter shirt, and he rubbed me the wrong way as well. But I believe in giving people a second chance, and I believe in people making mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can come back from that. You know what I mean? We can't keep throwing our brothers and sisters away just because they say one or two things. Now, people like Candace Owens, now that's a whole nother topic and a whole nother story. But Kanye, he just, he keeping it. He trying to. I think what Kanye trying to do is Kanye trying to make it to where we're owning the money from our talents, man, because a lot of us don't. You know what I'm saying? We don't own the money. You know what I'm saying? The agents and the owners are getting majority of the money. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's crazy because, they getting buku dollars off of our talents. And that's why I feel like, a lot of us, a lot of, especially our guys like LeBron and our big time Michael Jordans and all of these guys like Shaq, and that's got the bread, that's got the money. I feel like they should honestly stop sitting on ESPN, making that network more and more money, and get y'all own league. You see Ice Cube doing it with the 3-on-3. Like, Ice Cube trying to do it, bro. So like, that's what they need to be doing, man. Like, building together, man, because it's making it to the point to where we are getting chastised and we're getting damn near crucified on national TV because of little stuff like a post. So, we just need to get to the point where we getting more independent, man. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah, we need to get more independent, man. And I feel like that's the main issue with us as a whole. That's what Kanye trying to stress. I'm not saying Kanye is 100% right by no means. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like what he said about George Floyd. And shout out to George Floyd family, because I know they hurting and they had to kind of relive that because of what he said. You know what I'm saying? And the White Lives Matter shirt and all of the stuff that he, had been saying. Shout out to the people that's been hurt. You know what I'm saying? The Jews and all. Shout out to all of them. But I just feel like, we need to stick together a whole lot more. But yeah, man, y'all goddamn stay tuned, man. It's the Trending Topic podcast. I'm sorry. It's the Trending Topic podcast. Like I said, man, it's gonna be every Friday at 8 p.m. You know what I'm talking about? Real talk, real conversations, no cap. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay positive, you know what I'm saying, and enjoy your Thanksgiving. And I'm out, man. Y'all keep it easy.